Hey YouTube, how's it going? So it's our 50th video. I'm pretty excited today. Some things have happened. On Tuesday I split up all the discus, so there's 22 discus in this room. I split them all up into their color groups, and within one day 3 pairs have paired up. So I'm going to go through that with you today and show you exactly what's going on and the crosses that I'm going to be doing with the wilds, but also some of the domestics I'm going to be working with and why I'll be working with these certain domestic fish. Alright, let's get going. We have the half-wild Heckle cross domestic. So those two right there. It's a half-wild, half-wild. This is my strain cross with an Altum and the red spot. So 25% wild. And that's his brother or sister. Probably brother. So hopefully these two will cross up and I'll get a nice pair out of these. One more pair. But the other day, so what I've done is I've actually put in just about 10% a day of soft water to kind of stimulate them, because these guys are ready. They're old enough. Now these Heckle crosses, I'm not sure their age, so they might be a month or two out still. So that might not be why, but I'm going to keep adding soft water and try to stimulate them. But the other day, this big guy, so this is actually a brother of this. So you can see the wild more in this strain here. But why I picked him is because of his pure size. So he's a good sized fish and still only about a year, probably 13 months old. But I brought on this red turquoise or blue scribble. I'm not sure what we call them. But I grew her out. And so this is a female. And she's really nice size, but look at that forehead on her. She's thick. So this is a great pair. He was shivering and shaking. They were picking at the cone, so I'm going to start dropping. Now I'm not going to put them into their 29 until I see a batch of eggs. Now you might say, hey, well, why wouldn't you want to save that first batch? It's pretty common that the first 2 or 3 batches, they're just trying to figure it out because they're young. Now it is possible, and so I've made this small grate here. And if they do spawn in there, then I might pull these guys and put them out and let them have this tank to go. But it's like 90% that they will not take care of the eggs the first couple times. So you can see he just shivered a little bit there. See him? So he is ready. And what was strange is there he goes. So that's Discus communication for, hey, I'm ready, are you ready? Now I saw her cleaning the cone and they haven't started bowing to each other, so they're still bonding. So this bonding might take a week, but you see him shivering, and that is mostly from the stimulation from good food and the water chemistry changing. So exciting, exciting, exciting. Finally, it's been over a year, so I've grown these guys out from fry. They were hatched in my room, and the channel started about 8 months ago. So it's been a real test of patience, and whoever's stuck with me, I appreciate it. Now things are going to start getting exciting in this discus room. So here are these guys again, pretty amazing colors, and so I hope to cross those. Alright, so these are my domestics. Now you'll ask, why are you doing domestics if you want to keep those wild crosses? Now, one thing I have found over the years, and they call these the pigeon blood strain, so I don't know, I've read some stuff on the pigeon blood, and what I read, it made sense, but we'll just call them pigeons. I call them red covers. Now this guy is one that was hatched in my room from red ribbons and lived on a sponge filter, and I found him in a tank, so and they had about 12 spawns, okay? But a guy came in and paid me a ridiculous amount for those scribbles. And then, so you'll see here now, the reason why I'm sticking with these, because this strain, as far as the red, super, super hardy, okay? So that's one reason why I'm going to keep this strain and push it forward. But there is some genetic diversity in here. So these red ones are mine that I've spawned. This one I brought in. This one I brought in, it's got more of the yellowish. And then this one I brought in, which they call, I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to ask Peter from the waterfront. He told me. Not snakeskin, but it has a different kind of name. And you can see it has a different kind of pattern on it. So mix this strain up, try to get some breeding pairs. Now these guys are about a year old, maybe a little less. So they might have a month or two. But this is the reason why I'm going to stick with this strain, just because of the super, super hardiness. Okay? So really exciting is I started throwing these guys in soft water, and these two paired up. Now, as I look at these pairs, they do come from the same region in Brazil, but as I look at them closer, they are probably not related. So this would be an F0, F0, two different red strains. Now I can't confirm that because I don't know the lineage or the history, but they are both wilds. So that would make a pretty amazing fish. But as I look at them, they both have that wild stripe, 9 stripe, and they both have that wild bar around the finnage. So it goes solid around. So he's stressing out a little bit. Now they call that a stress pattern. I don't call it that. I call it a part of the communication. The reason why they get that pattern in the wild is for camouflage. So you think of a zebra in the Serengeti, when you have 100 discus together and they're all striped up like that, it's hard to pick out a certain fish. But they're also hiding among the twigs. They got those big eyes so they can see in that murky tea water, black water, Amazon water. But those stripes just help them survive in the wild. So that's going to be my motto with my fish now, is bring back the stripes. I like the stripes personally. It's just something that I really enjoy, and I feel that the hobby's kind of moving towards more of this wild looking strain. Now don't get me wrong, I like the reds. I like those solid reds. I just like them with their hardiness, and they're not going to have any striping. So that would probably be the only ones that I'm going to stick with as far as the domestics, just because of the hardiness. But I would love to get a solid red fish out of that one day, so we'll see. And then here I have my blue-faced Heckle Cross Mystic Red. So I've been trying to find this fish a mate forever. Now these two right here, I did split them up like this because this is an old breeder trick, so they can kind of get to know each other, and I can kind of watch their communications with each other, because she is super aggressive. She's laid eggs twice with no mate, so I know that's a confirmed female. Now this one right here, wilds are a little tough on the males and females because they all pretty much stay about the same size, their finnage. Some of their pectorals do get a little longer, but I'm hoping that's a male. If not, then I'll have to start from scratch. But I'm not going to have her breed with just anything. She's going to find the perfect mate and keep this red going, this Heckle. So, pretty excited. But you can see that wild in her as far as her finnage and everything. Well, I'm not sure. I'm guessing male, but we will see. Okay, so that's 2 pairs. Now this wild pair, you know, I don't know their age, so they could be a while out. But they were just showing the behaviors as far as dipping a little bit and kind of, let's just say they're not beating each other up and they're kind of hanging out together. So good sign. Now that one we'll wait and see. And then this morning I woke up and these two were bowing. So this big male right here was dipping a little bit, shaking, shivering. And so with this blue, so these two right here are my strain crossed Altum red spot. This is a new fish that came in from Washington, and this guy too from Washington. So these two are mine, and so if those cross out, that would be amazing. And you know, we'll just try and see if we can keep crossing and get like a super awesome strain or something. All right guys, so I had all this filmed as far as how I moved stuff around, even sold some fish, went to the waterfront. I had all that filmed. I had like almost 2 hours of footage of how I did this. I went to editing, all corrupt. So my camera was jerking around. Some of it was not visible. Some of the audio was terrible. So I went through my camera and I went through all my settings and tried to not only fix everything in my camera, but learn more about the camera. So that whole That whole process was about 5 hours. Now, not wasted, right? Because I learned a lot as far as batching videos and stuff like that. But it literally could have been probably three videos. But so this is going to be my 50th video, which is exciting because now the Discus are going to start, okay? So pretty excited. But so now we got to get this going. These are the breeder tanks. We're going to get these going. And then I got to fix these bottom ones. And they are right there, right here. So there's 4 tanks there that got to be repainted and one sealed. So, hey, I just want to thank everyone who subscribed to my channel. It's my 50th video. I never thought I was going to make it. I didn't think that anybody would even watch my channel. And I appreciate you guys being patient with the Discus. I've kind of taken you on the journey. Grow out the Discus, because buying mated pairs is very, very risky and very, very expensive and doesn't guarantee anything. So I just want to thank everyone for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and comment below. If you want to know how I got on the hobby, watch this video here. Now, it's one of my very first videos, probably about 6-7 months ago, so bear with it, and leave a comment below on either video. Thanks guys, take care.